All right, we're here in Robocraft, and here's yet another robot I can't really show you all of until I can zoom out more. It's pretty much the same size as the smaller or the normal standard garage bay. So let's take a look at it. I call it the Smeliplopter. I am really annoyed at helicopters in the game. When I'm playing as anything, and I see a helicopter, I fixate on it. I want to shoot it down. I'm annoyed at how tanky they are. I spent so much time in fights where I thought I should win because I'm a tank, and this helicopter is just pounding me. So I wanted to make one and give it a shot. Um, but I also wanted to take advantage of this craziness with the multiple attach points on the TX1 SMGs. So people are using this in hilarious, ridiculous ways where they're attaching one gun to another gun to another gun. And it works. They'll have like two of these mega SMGs attached to each other and then a little baby one attached to the end of it, and you're shooting it and it doesn't fall apart, and it's so frustrating. And same with these blades. These tier 10s can take an amazing amount of damage. So anyway, here's what I was going for. I was like, all right, I want four big SMGs. I want them to have individual connection points with the pilot seat. Was my original idea. So that you take it, as much redundancy as possible. And I wanted it so that it could fly on any of these hovers, at least poorly. And what I found is that this arrangement here, with two, the opposite way normally people do it, with two on the sides and two on the sides, I don't think it handles as well. It definitely doesn't. It definitely doesn't when you're using hovers. Um, but it's massively better as far as survivability goes. I tested this with, including just one of any of the hovers, and it's good. It still flies. Um, you know, it almost flies better with the front one blown off than than with it there. It's not maneuverable, so it's still 300 cubes, which I guess if you look at how much the rotors are designed to lift, that's got to be within what they're made to. I don't know. It just doesn't feel very fast to me. I guess if you put a speedometer on it, I don't know how fast it's going, but it's probably faster than it feels because it's really big. It's the size of the garage bay. It could be one block wider on either side in the waist, um, but it's end to end. It's the exact size. And then I just moved those side rotors in to protect the frame and just make the whole thing narrower. I had them spaced out so that they were the same as the backs, and it didn't really fly any different. So I just moved them in. So my thing is that I don't get the whole being a helicopter thing. So I can't ever remember to zoom in, or that I need to be above people, and I can't rub my belly and pat my head the way I can when I'm on the ground. Like I can't keep moving and shooting. I don't know. I didn't try that hard, but it's not for me. And I knew that. I've built planes with guns on them before and hated it. So why would a helicopter be any different? Um, but I wanted to get in on the action. I saw, a few things like this, just these huge, massive helicopters that look really twinky with these tiny little sticky, one block wide attachment points for everything, and you're shooting them and shooting them, and they don't blow up. And especially when it's inside the shield, this thing is annoyingly tough. So that is true, and the survivability makes sense. Everything, that whole Gunbrella thing. If you hit any of the big items, which you're more likely to hit than the blocks since they're a small target, it's only going to go 16 blocks down, and that means if you shoot any one of the items, it's not going to hit any other item, with the exception of the, you know, well, maybe with no exceptions. The radar. Yeah, the radar would blow up this gun. And then from the ground, this might not make any sense, but this kind of did a second ago. If you follow my drift here, I actually had the guns and the rotors swapped because that made more sense with my play style, and I just stayed on the ground and used it like a hover that could go kind of high. I actually won a lot of matches. It was my first $1 million match in a while, where I won a million RP in one of the long, what do you call it? Battle mode, the regular game mode now, because they can drag on forever. So anyway, it's fun. I'm gonna throw it away, so I just wanted to show it before I do. If you have any questions about your own Smeliplopters, or you just want to make fun of me for making a really noobish build, that's fine, because this is really, really unusual for me to make anything like this. This was a design exercise more than anything. All right, we'll see you.